What up, Vigilantes? Just very happy to be right now living and enjoying this incredible bear market. If you know anything about me, you'd know that the bear market is my favorite season in crypto. I love the bear market. It's what I find most badass. And here's a cool crane. I'm gonna sneak up on it. Hopefully I don't scare it away. So why is it that I love the bear market? I love the bear market because it is, I guess, in my blood. I was part of the first group of angel investors that got together to source capital for all of the early Bitcoin startups. It was called the Bit Angels Network. And I love doing that. I got to see all of the innovation in the early Bitcoin days here. Let's creep up on her a little bit more. So during the bear season, we see a lot of opportunities. Look at her go. I'm not gonna bother her too much. She's probably doing something here, so I'm gonna go back. Alright, I'm not gonna bother you. Alright, we'll come back here later once she leaves. I think she's grabbing grubs from that fallen tree there. So we'll just let her have a good time. Yeah, so I'm loving this bear market, right? And it always happens, right? Like whenever other people are like upset that the crypto space, blah, blah, like the opposite happens at the Crypto Vigilante, right? Like this is the season where I'm getting pitch decks. This is the season where I'm getting white papers, opportunities to invest. We've been harvesting a little bamboo here, so I'm gonna walk by, and we got some dudes picking some coffee, so we'll stroll by real quick. But yeah, so the bear market is like an incredible time to be alive in crypto, because it is the time where we sow. The bull market is when we reap, right? We harvest. And this is the time of finding opportunities. And just yesterday alone, guys, I was introduced randomly by two individuals, one a very world-renowned developer, to his opportunity, and someone else's incredible invention. And each of these things that were presented to me yesterday are truly world-changing. They are truly things that are one of a kind. Things that, gosh, if I could just look right now, I can't tell you what they are, because whenever I find something new, I have a team of analysts, right? So I got the analysts doing due diligence on these things. Like, have we hit 100%? No, dude, no one does hit 100%, right? But we've had picks of ours in the past that you guys will probably know about that have not turned out as we expected them to. Shit happens, right? That's life. But all you really need, in my opinion, is one good win every bull run. Something that hits it out of the park and you get thousands, 10,000x. That's possible in crypto. That's possible with these technologies. And so I'm doing due diligence. I have my team doing due diligence on just that. And yeah, I'm really enjoying myself going through this process of discovery. And let me tell you something, dude. Like, just yesterday alone, one opportunity that is developing in the Bitcoin crypto space changes the game forever in crypto history. I'm talking about, it changes the way we even think of like blockchains. It's incredible. And the other one, this is gonna blow your mind, dude. It changes the way we live. It changes reality, bro. It changes reality. That's a level of alpha that I'm working through right now. And in crypto, the word alpha means like new opportunity. Yeah, something new, right? Alpha. So it's like crypto lingo, whatever. So yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, going down these hills is great, but then going back up is a biatch. But it's okay. You'll see how much I'm in shape or not in about 10 minutes. So yeah, this is my time where I'm most joyful in crypto. When everyone else is kind of like depressed because it's a bear market and all that, dude, this is the time where I'm having a blast, dude. I'm having a super blast. And yeah, you know, like my dream is for this whole cycle of markets to end and for us to just be in a perpetual spiral of creativity. That's my real dream for crypto. But given the case that necessarily is not how things are going to be, unless something amazing happens that completely goes extremely viral and does, you know, makes the fiat world completely obsolete. Unless we get there, we don't really, you know, we're not going to reach hyper Bitcoinization just yet, right? You guys have heard me talk about that, but the level of growth in peer-to-peer technology is not stopping, guys. And that's really what I want to convey to you. This is honestly the most incredible time. And the crazy thing about crypto and Bitcoin is that the most incredible time will always be tomorrow, because the tools are just getting better. So this is what my family did for many generations. We were coffee farmers. Bah! If you've never had a ripe coffee bean off the tree and ate the fruit, you're not living, bro. Yeah, I'm just really stoked about where we're at in the market. But if you were to ask me, like, okay, dude, well, what is it that your analysts together, unified, rally behind 100% above anything else? I'd say it is Monero and privacy coins. By far, hands down. Hands down. Monero is by far the most important project in all of crypto. And there's a very interesting phenomenon that is happening because of AI and things moving so fast in crypto. Like, the original Bitcoin network contained the brain power of the best of everyone within crypto in one single network. And we're at the point now where everybody's coming back together to work together on projects. So guys who are experts in one aspect of network development are now finally doing something different with I'm a little bit out of breath. Woo. Wow, these hills are no joke. So yeah, as I'm saying, everyone is coming back together, and I'm witnessing how guys with different expertise that were all part of the same original Bitcoin network are coming back to work together. And during this whole dynamic, you're truly starting to see, like I'm witnessing how truly badass the Monero community and Monero contributors are. Like, these guys are truly incredible. And it's no wonder that Monero is such an incredible network. If you guys want to hear my spiel real quick on why Monero is so badass, Monero's badass because of its culture, because of its strict adherence to the FOSS ethos, to the free and open source software ethos. That's why Monero is so badass. That's why Monero is so amazing. And we're witnessing how that care in software development is now extending to all other areas of crypto development. So by far the number one project, most important project in crypto, if you were to gauge the overall consensus of the Crypto Vigilante, it's by far Monero. And I must say this, dude, for sure, like Pirate Chain is right there. So a lot of people think that like Monero's it, and Monero's that once we have Monero, that's all, dude. But the thing is, look, yes, Monero's awesome, right? But you need something else. You need something else, a little bit more to fall back on. What if the Monero project, something happens to it? You never know. So it's good to have a competing project like Pirate Chain that has opposing technology, that is a different technological design that is arguably better in other ways. So I really think that we're going to see a privacy bull market, like a real privacy bull market in the future. Buenas. And Monero is not going to be the only participant in that world of people really coming to truly embrace privacy. Because look, let me tell you something. My personal opinion, this bull run that we saw of Monero reaching all-time highs was really driven by propaganda from Silicon Valley around Zcash, which is not a real privacy coin because it is not private by default. But what we're starting to see right now is a swarming of grassroots use cases for Monero and for Pirate Chain, where people are truly using these technologies because they need them, because they want to use them. Buenas. And so that's the difference now. The difference is that with Pirate Chain, buenas. With Pirate Chain, we are, in a sense, experiencing what I would call the litmus test to true privacy adoption. So Monero is the first mover because Monero is the main number one most important privacy coin that's truly private by default. However, like Pirate Chain is really like the canary in the coal mine for me. Pirate Chain shows me that it is like the fortress of grassroots privacy enthusiasts that truly, really care about privacy. Does that make sense? And now I'm not saying Monero doesn't care about privacy. I'm just saying that, I'm just saying that Pirate Chain brings along with it a grassroots energy that verifies, that assures us that privacy is being embraced. So in a sense, I personally see Pirate Chain and Monero as one network, together as one network. Why is that? Because in anything that I do in technology, I always use redundancy. Personally, that's like my thing, dude. Like if I don't buy a computer. If I go out shopping for a phone, I buy 2 phones. If I really like something, I'll buy 2 of them. If I buy a t-shirt, I'll buy 2 of them. I like redundancy. If I have redundant energy at home, I have redundant internet, I have redundant privacy tools, whatever, right? In all areas of life, I seek redundancy. So in the area that I think is the most important in all of crypto, we need redundancy, and we have that in Pirate Chain. So my embrace of Monero and for the rest of the Crypto Vigilante crowd goes hand in hand with Pirate Chain. It's one and the same because we need redundancy. And a lot of privacy projects out there, or so-called privacy projects, sometimes, most of the time, are just like half-ass imitations of Monero or copies of Bitcoin with just a little bit of privacy added to it. But truly, a truly different, distinct, and cutting-edge cryptography is found only in Pirate Chain, where it's used and implemented at the protocol level. And I'm excited to say that, like, their implementation of Orchard, which does away with the trusted setup, which is like, that thing is like, in my opinion, is already great. It just gets away from the stupid FUD. It's really stupid FUD, because in order for the trusted setup to have not worked in Zcash or Pirate Chain for sapling, 87 people would have had to have conspired to have not erased their private keys. That's impossible, and we have proof that people did destroy their private keys. So that's not even a concern for me. But Orchard is still being implemented, where you don't need the trusted setup. And within it, there's going to be the incorporation of a private transaction view key. I don't know, maybe I'm butchering the name of it right now, but it's the transaction key. So where you don't have to, in a view key, in the privacy coin world, you would show like the whole history of your transactions in your wallet. But no, with this innovation, what you're seeing is just that transaction itself. You're proving that transaction to whomever you need to have some sort of accounting with, right? Whoever you're doing business with. So that is something that I'm personally very fond of and looking forward to. And yeah, overall, crypto's just getting better. Privacy coins are getting more resilient. And peer-to-peer technology is reaching levels of innovation that are getting ready to truly change the world. And when I'm telling you that your reality will change, I am not saying that in a way that, like, it's not a platitude, or it's not just an artistic way of speaking. No, dude, it's like what's being created right now will change your physical reality as you know it. Like, and I'm just so eager to tell you guys about these innovations, because wow, man, it's just really, I'm at loss for words, really. That's how badass crypto is right now. But no one sees it, because everyone's looking at the ticker, at the price right next to the ticker symbol. And that's, Jeff Berwick at the TCV Summit, he introduced me as like the guy that never talks about price. And it's true, I don't talk about price. I never thought about that till he mentioned it. I'm like, oh, dude, you're right, I don't talk about price. And it's because, you know what, guys? Price doesn't matter when you're first. And I'm always first. I'm always first, dude. So I really don't care what the price is, as long as I'm first to that technology. Does that make sense to you? I want to be the first one to buy Bitcoin when it first comes out. I want to be the first one to buy Ethereum when it first comes out. Although I slept on that one. I want to be the first one to buy the next big thing. And once I'm first to buying that next big thing, I don't care about the price. Does that make sense to you? And that's what I give. That's the service. That's how I teach, what I teach our subscribers at the Crypto Vigilante. And what I say, that's official Crypto Vigilante, is vetted by my analysts. And if they tell you, and they're free to tell you that, hey man, Raf's newest idea is bullshit, that's fine with me. I want that. I don't want an echo chamber. Take a little break. Here, I'm gonna take it in the shade. Dude, these hills are no joke. Those guys are warriors, man. They're harvesting coffee and bamboo right now. Those guys are incredible. The other day I was trying to get them some mules to carry. I'm like, guys, we'll just get some mules and carry this thing up. And they're like, no, because it's been raining a lot and the mules will like mess up our path. And I'm like, oh wow, these guys carry these bamboos themselves. Crazy. Let me go show you what they harvest. And yeah, I don't care about the price when I'm first. And my goal, our goal at the Crypto Vigilante is to graduate you. What does that mean, to graduate you? For you to make so much money that you just don't even care anymore, and you go on to, I don't know, grow bamboo in the middle of the jungle, grow bananas, I don't know. That's my goal for you. Because like, we started the Crypto Vigilante with the desire of wanting and that you guys, the libertarian movement itself, become as wealthy as possible, because a libertarian is nothing more than a decent person. A person with a natural disposition to decency does not need a law to tell them this is what you should do or this is what you shouldn't do. They are just going to act in accordance to natural law and be decent human beings. And naturally, the libertarian follows the non-aggression principle, because that is the decent thing to do. That's the decent way to live. To use violence against anyone, like we see these governments bombing civilians all over the world, that is the anti-liberty message. That is not what we're here for. We are here to empower people who can make a change, like a Thomas Massey, who chose to go the political route, and he's actually doing something very beautiful for the world by challenging the Epstein establishment. So the best way for us to serve you is to teach you. And the best investment that you can make is the investment you make on your education. So we have brought together the best analysts in the crypto world that are anarcho-capitalists, that are libertarian, at the Crypto Vigilante, so that you can get the best insights in real time from the best in the world. And I have to say that one of the biggest, strongest aspects of what we are and what we do and how we work is that we're not an echo chamber. I made sure to get analysts that don't agree with me on everything. I don't want them to agree with me unless they genuinely start to. I welcome that too, obviously. But it's important not to have an echo chamber. It's important to have people that watch your back, that tell you without any qualms if they think you're wrong, that you're wrong, and that they may provide sound arguments. So we created an environment for you guys to learn, because look, man, you can probably follow your favorite dev, your favorite creator in crypto, but who's verifying that what he's saying is the case? Like, a lot of these guys that you see that are new in crypto, I don't even know if they're real. It could be just AI generated bots. I don't know, I can name so many dudes, but have you actually shook their hand? Do you know them? You can go to Anarchapulco and shake my hand. You can go to Librepulco and shake my hand. You can go to a Dollar Vigilante Summit and meet me in person. You can go to a TDV Summit, TCV Summit. You go to Cryptopulco and hang out with us. We're real people. We're libertarians. And it does us no good, like, to just make money as the world goes to shit. That's not the world I want to leave behind. That's not the world I want to live in. And you know, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. The way to strengthen these technologies and to assure their success is by us educating you. You are the most important aspect of these technologies. Believe it or not, the most important aspect of these technologies is you. Your awareness of how these technologies work. Your understanding of the market cycles. Your understanding of how to actually use these technologies the proper way, operational security. Those are the things that I care about. Those are the things that I care about you learning. Those are the things that strengthen these networks of peer-to-peer electronic technology, peer-to-peer electronic cash. What strengthens us is how much we actually embrace and understand these technologies as best as possible. These technologies are not inanimate objects that stand away from the human agent, but rather they are us. Crypto and the best of Bitcoin, this entire crypto universe revolves around human beings coming together. These technologies only augment our capacity to be in relationship with each other, to enter into voluntary exchange with each other, and that's what they do. You know, naturally, we all have a Dunbar number of 150 people. The Dunbar number is what anthropologists call the number of a reasonably, you know, of a normal tribe when we were very tribal and we lived in tribal settings. That you can only have a truly intimate relationship with max 150 people. And an intimate relationship is one where that is trustless, that you can actually, you know, trust without needing to trust. There is a feedback loop of trust within it. But these technologies augment our Dunbar number to infinity. These networks, as trustless Byzantine fault-tolerant networks, allow us to enter into peaceful, voluntary exchange with each other without the need of any coercion or threats of violence. And that's why we do what we do. We love these technologies because we truly understand that it is by embracing these technologies that we truly change the world. And furthermore, I think these technologies already destroyed the world of politics. This is why, moving forward, as we saw with the Biden administration and Trump administration, if you want to win an election, you have to embrace these technologies. And whoever embraces these technologies best will have the most political power. And with these technologies, eventually we don't even need politics anymore. Because this is a way for us to achieve a spontaneous order in real time to what we all need most and best as we serve each other in these networks, which are ever more scalable, interoperable, efficient, cheap, and quick. The world is about to change even more in Bitcoin and through Bitcoin and crypto and through crypto. And you know, the hijacking of Bitcoin was real. There are people in power that do not want to see these technologies succeed. To think otherwise is to be naive. So yeah, there have been attempts in Bitcoin and in crypto history to try to stop these technologies. Yes, that's true. And there's a renaissance happening right now, a beautiful renaissance of people rediscovering what these technologies are ultimately capable of. It's not just buying coffee in a peer-to-peer, on-chain, decentralized way. No. It extends to every aspect of computer science, and true innovation from now on carries the phrase peer-to-peer technology. Nothing is truly innovative anymore unless it's peer-to-peer technology. If it's not peer-to-peer technology, it's not really something that's innovative. It's just something centralized from a company, from a big tech company, from a Silicon Valley company. It's not something important, really. And it's not something truly innovative. Look at these guys. Bam! These monsters, dude. It's incredible. Watch these dudes work. It's oof. My respects. So peer-to-peer tech is here to stay, and it's the only true defining approach to that creates innovation. It's the only true way to approach technology in an innovative way. This is not something Mark Zuckerberg can do. This is not something that Jack Dorsey can do. This is not something Jeff Bezos can do. This is not even something Elon Musk can do. You know why? Because they in their nature stand in their own way. Because they, in the intrinsic makeup of how their organizations are made up, they need to remain the central planners, the rent seekers, the middlemen of all human interaction within their platforms. The only thing that they have us beat right now, which is obviously a big deal right now, is in the area of liquidity. Obviously, they are tied, they're ingrained in the debt-based system where they can get easier capital than any one of us, right? Because they're like closer to the Fed, closer to the central bankster's printing machine than people on Main Street. But that doesn't mean that we don't have access to liquidity. Bitcoin alone, as a peer-to-peer network, has an access of liquidity of over $2.5 trillion. So we do have liquidity. We just need more and more innovators to embrace these technologies, to embrace them, and to cook with them, grab all those beautiful ingredients and create recipes of peer-to-peer technology that goes viral. And that's all we need and that's what's happening. That is what's happening. That is exactly what is happening. So while the rest of the crypto world that just follows the madness of the masses and just, it's like a school of fish, right? It's crazy. We will remain contrarians, preserving capital, making wealth, and educating the best of people, the most decent of people, libertarians themselves, on the Crypto Vigilante, on the Dollar Vigilante newsletters, and on the VIC, the Vigilante Insiders Club, where you can talk to us in real time, to me and my analysts in real time. Love you guys. Peace, love, anarchy. Now we are dealing with a possible world war. Some will say we are already in a world war. My condolences and prayers go out to everyone suffering under tyranny. It really sucks. I'm really sorry. But it seems as if people are starting to wake up regarding crypto more and more each day. And so it's in the description right here to read, where we give our secret sauce and what we teach our subscribers, because things are just that bad. Everyone needs this information. People need to know about sound cryptocurrencies that are actually private by default, and to know how to properly use crypto.